Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to do a review on the Tisell Type B dial watch, and I'll let you know what I think, whether or not it's a keeper or a flipper. But before that, let's do a very quick wrist check. So today I'm wearing the Zelos Mako Teal. As you know, that's one of my favorites. Let's do a quick zoom. Beautiful dial. As I said last time, I just find myself staring at it. Doesn't get any better than that. All right, so back to the watch. I think this is a very good alternative if you don't want to spend $1,000 on a Swiss-made pilot's watch. It keeps great time. The exhibition case is really cool as well. Let me show it to you real quick. It's a very, very nice case. You know, you can see the movement. It's a little dirty, I gotta clean it up. But, you know, the back of it is very, very cool. So the movement that this watch is using is actually called the Seagull ST25. And according to my research, this is a pretty good movement. It's been keeping a great time for me, so I can't complain at all. It's very, very nice movement. Now, you're gonna see a lot of watches with the same dial, and they're probably more expensive than this one, mainly because they're most likely German or Swiss made. So again, this makes a great alternative if you just don't want to spend, I would say, not even $1,000. I think you can find a Swiss made or a German made for under $1,000. And there's quite a few brands that are competing in that market. But this just, I mean, nobody can tell if this is a Swiss made or not. It's just such a great alternative. I really like this watch. Now, pretty much the only thing I don't like about this watch is the strap. I don't know what it is with it, but it is very, very tight. It's just, it kind of sits uncomfortable on my wrist. It's very thick. I think that's what it is, maybe. It's very, very solid, but it's very thick. Maybe it's the fact that I haven't worn it enough, so you know, it needs some more wear and tear. But so far, it kind of, you know, I almost want to replace it. But we'll find out in a little bit if I'm actually going to or not. All right, let's get the specs out of the way. So it is a 43mm dial, so it's a big dial. But they do have a 40mm dial option. I just don't think that 40mm on a pilot's watch, it's a good idea, because you want to be able to see all these numbers well, and on a smaller dial, I don't think that makes much sense. So I would go with the 43mm or 44. So the thickness of this watch is only 12.5, so not very thick. That's very, very good size. Keeps a slim profile. The lug to lug on this one is 50.5mm. It is a full stainless steel brushed case. And let's wind it a little bit more so you can hear that. Obviously it hacks. Very smooth movement, the crown. Now, here's the coolest thing on this dial, and I don't know if the camera can catch this, but the hands are actually, they call them heat treated blue. Okay, so what that is just a darker shade of blue that you can see under a certain angle. And I think the camera is catching it here. It's really cool. And even the high-end watches have that. So Tisell, they've done a great job of sort of you know, coming up with a similar watch. It's a very, very cool feature. You do have a sapphire crystal on the front and a mineral crystal on the back. The second cool thing I like about this watch is the lume. You do have a BGW9, and this will glow all night. It's really, really cool lume, and I'll give you a Loom Shot in a second. I'm actually shooting this during the day, so I'm gonna turn off the light here in a second. It's not gonna be completely dark, but you will be able to see this lume. It's awesome. Before we do the Loom Shot, let me give you the wrist shot first. See how it looks on my 6.5-inch wrist. So it sits pretty well. Again, the strap is the only thing I don't like. I feel like it's really, really just uncomfortable, sort of tight and just very rough. But other than that, it sits pretty nicely on my wrist. I like it. I forgot to give you the price tag on this watch. I think it was around $265 US. That included shipping. So it's a very small investment for what you're getting. So pretty good deal on that. All right, so the big question, is it a keeper or a flipper? I think this watch is a flipper. And the reason why is because there's a lot of competition in the pilot watches industry. So I bought this about 6 months ago. I've used it probably less than 6-7 times, and it sits great and everything is awesome. It's just that I do have a lot of watches that I wear more often, and if a watch doesn't stand out in any way in my collection, it doesn't, you know, it doesn't get a turn basically on my wrist. So I will be selling this watch. I already have it listed on eBay. I think it's the only one like, you know, this model type B. I think there's one more, and the person that's shipping it, they're selling it, I think out of Mexico. So I have this one listed already. If any of you is actually interested in purchasing this from the United States, let me know. Shoot me a message down below, or if you're interested, you know, I'm sure we can cut a deal. But again, I'll be selling this watch. It did come with a box. The box was very, very basic. I don't even think I have it. Again, the packaging of this was nothing impressive at all. So, but the watch is great. All right, so I'm gonna close you out with a Loom Shot. All right, so this is the Loom Shot. As I said before, I'm shooting this during the day, so but you can see it. I mean, you can clearly see the lume on this, and I'm gonna zoom in a little bit, and you can only imagine how it glows during, I mean, when it's completely dark. I may put a photo on this in a little bit, just so you can see it in completely darkness. But yeah, so great lume on this, definitely recommend it. And again, thanks for watching, guys. I really appreciate it. It looks like our subscribers are growing. That's awesome. I'm glad you guys enjoy these videos. We'll keep them coming. Again, if you found this video helpful, feel free to subscribe it, like it, leave a comment down below. What do you think about this watch? Is this something you would consider buying for your collection? All right, thanks guys. See you in the next bit.